All right, man. They talking about Lions possibly, people saying they need to sign Bud Dupree. I think he was out of Kentucky, drafted by Pittsburgh, 31 years old, probably about to be 32. One thing I could say about him, he played 16 games in the 17-game season, but it was the first time he played at least 16 games since 2019, where he had a career high in sacks, at 11 and a half. Last year, I think he had about 6.5 sacks in Atlanta, playing 16 games. Solid defense, a really good defense in Atlanta compared to their issues at quarterback between Riddler and Heineke. And I like Heineke, you know what I'm saying. But my boy Del Reese, he swore to God Desmond Ridder was gonna be some trash. But nonetheless, check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And then you gotta just wonder, like, okay, you're gonna have post June 1st cuts, I think that is, where you see a lot of veterans get cut because it's gonna save money. So you gotta look at it from that way too. So you're gonna have some other veterans get cut, and obviously, you look at what you got as a pass rusher. Is it far off from what you're gonna be getting from Bud Dupree? Last year was kind of like pass rush by committee outside of Aiden Hutchinson, Kaminsky. I think Pascal was more the guy that was like the opposite end you kind of really want from Aiden Hutchinson in the actual defense, where he more of the run, stop, and penetrating type of guy. But he just can't stay healthy. Not truly the pass rusher, but he's just really good at that stopping the run at attacks and his penetration, and he's really strong on that other side, that run side of the offensive line, stopping that run. So he's really strong. If he can stay healthy, then I think, he got enough pass rush skills to, get by. But then you start just talking about, how they did it last year by committee. Romeo, Julian, Harris, none of them is here. None of them really were productive last year. This year you got Kaminsky, James Houston, Marcus Davenport, just to name a few. The issue with, they're kind of trying to change Houston into a drop back, a drop linebacker. They're trying to like get him to drop and just be an all-around guy, covering all that stuff. So he's just a situational pass rusher, which is fine. His speed and his natural pass rush off the edge, that's cool. Kaminsky is more the bridge between Bud Dupree, not Bud Dupree, but Houston and that shit threw me off. Houston and Kaminsky. Kaminsky is the between Houston and Pascal. I could be forgetting somebody where he's a good run. He's solid at the pass. He's just really a balanced defensive end. So this construction is killing me. I don't even know what he's doing. But he's like the balance. So what is he doing? That's what I'm really trying to figure out. What is he trying to do? I don't know. Okay, I see what he's trying to do now. I think he's about to dunk. But yeah, that's exactly what he's about to do. But that's the difference. So I think adding Bud Dupree, I don't really have an issue with it. But could you do a little bit better? Then so be it. I don't know who else you can get, who else available. So a guy that you can never have too many pass rushers. And Davenport is a really physically gifted defensive end. He just can't never stay healthy. So I ain't really mad about it. If they get Bud Dupree, somebody that plays 16 games, you're not asking him to go in there and play a bunch of snaps. So it's really by committee. And run downs, you're probably gonna go with Pascal on the end. And passing downs, you're probably going to go with Houston or Davenport or possibly Bud Dupree on one end. And then on passing downs on the inside, you're probably going to try to slide Pascal on the inside, or maybe Wingo on passing downs as well. So if he can make the team. So that's probably going to be the ticket right there, to be honest, is how they're going to, do that. I think that's fine. Or whatever. You have Bud Dupree, cool. I wouldn't have an issue with it. 6.5 sacks. You know, obviously at this point you ain't gonna find Lawrence Taylor, you ain't gonna find Robert Mathis, or you ain't gonna find who else? Bosa at this point. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get Bud Dupree and you feel like you need a little extra oomph, and I just think with the health concerns between Davenport and Pascal, and even with Houston coming off the fractured fibula, because I don't think he made it back last year, did he? Or did he made it back for the 49er game? I think Bud Dupree giving you that extra oomph, I don't really have an issue with it, to be honest. So I think, yeah, possibly. I mean, 6.5 sacks. If I can get guaranteed 6.5, 6.5. I mean, I don't even know who the other edge rusher in Atlanta is at this point. So that's a great question. I mean, him playing next to Aiden Hutchinson, maybe at least him getting 6.5 sacks. That's an upgrade next year. That's an upgrade. Houston can give you 2 or 3 or 4. Let's say 4. Kaminsky can give you 2 or 3. Maybe Davenport healthy enough to give you 2 or 3. I mean, you would take that. But then also you got to figure out, what if Hutchinson get injured? So you gotta factor in that. So you can't just say, oh, Hutchinson gonna be there. What if he kind of get nicked up and banged up? So then you rushing for a pass rusher. So yeah, I think you got a couple guys. One coming off injury, 2 who ain't never healthy, and Pascal and Davenport, and the one coming off injury is Houston, which is a situational pass rusher. I would think you would be in the market for another guy. No, yeah, I think you would be in the market for another veteran, but some post June 1st cuts come, somebody might be willing to make a trade for a top guy. So you might be able to get that guy, but if you can't, I mean, Bud Dupree is fine. You're not counting on him to be the every down, linebacker, but if he can become that, and you can, I guarantee you, if you don't go get a guy, you're gonna say we're gonna roll with the guys we got. Injuries gonna hurt them. Injuries gonna hurt them. But if they get Bud Dupree, then watch Marcus Davenport. All of them gonna be balling at once. All of them gonna be balling at once. All of them gonna be balling at once. Mark my words. So, but hey, man. I mean, I ain't got no issue with it. But I think you kind of want to wait and see what's gonna happen as far as who might get traded or who might get cut. So might probably want to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. He going through it in this dump truck, but I'm just so tired of this construction already, bro. It made me like 10 minutes a little bit later to work. That means I got a little bit longer. But it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support.